We are ready for tip-off. And the opening tap controlled by Green, the star freshman for the Knights.
That's his first start of his career. As a freshman, has been lighting it up from the three-point line.
Man-to-man defense for head coach Earl Grant and the Cougars. Mahan, here's Diggs, short corner jumper, in and out. Smith the rebound, put back, won't fall, and out of bounds to the Cougars. Here's a good look at head coach Earl Grant. Mike Prosser, Man of the Year award in his 6th season with College of Charleston.
Tell me if these are 3 good seasons here, Ari. The last 3 seasons, 25, 26, 24 wins for the Cougars. Not bad.
Yep, won the Colonial last year, both the regular season and the conference championship. Man-to-man D. There's Green guarding Riller to start. Crossover, fade away from the top of the key is in. Grant Riller.
I'm telling you right now, that's an impossible matchup for UCF. There is no way that Darren Green Jr., the freshman, has ever faced a scoring threat like Grant Riller.
Grant Riller, and there's a steal. Here comes Riller gliding in transition, lays it up and in. So a strong start for the Orlando natives.
Smooth. He's all about pace, change of speed. His ability to knife through the defense is what makes him so special.
Riller ranked number 20 nationally, averaging a team high 21.9 last season. And this year he's off to a great start, averaging 21.8. Ingram with that physical body, can't finish. Another opportunity and draws the foul, so to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, he's one of those guys that's going to get you 14 and 10 every single night.
So Ingram puts 2 free throws in. He had 16 points in the opener victory over Prairie View. They transfer out of Alabama. Now Ingram on Ritter. A little hesitation. Skip pass. Finds the open shooter, and draining it is Brevin Galloway.
It's another example. Riller is so good. It's not just his scoring ability, but his ability to drive and kick.
Galloway's going to pull up for another 3, and that's in. 2 in a row for the junior out of Anderson, South Carolina.
We talk a lot about Riller's offense, but collectively Charleston prides themselves in the half-court defense. That's where they make their bread and butter.
Smith, this is where the Knights will have to go in the post. Collin turning again, and got fouled. Solid defense by Oath. And Matt Milan into the game. UCF hoping that he can find that shooting stroke, Mike.
Yeah, Matt was one of the top 15 three-point shooters in all of college basketball after he transferred from William & Mary, and he's shooting 7% from the three-point line this season. He has not been able to find his rhythm at all.
Riller, man, no problem finding his rhythm. 3 for 3 to begin this game, and his backcourt mate Galloway has hit 2 triples.
Ari, the biggest difference between college players and pro players is that pro players make consistently
19. 5 for 5 start for College of Charleston. UCF 0 for 3 from the field. Diggs, his jump hook won't fall, and elevating for the rebound is Smart.
And Charleston won't push the pace unless they have to. If they get a steal, they'll be out in transition. If not, they want to run their offense. Good dump down by Smart.
Dunk. O.C. Smart, and that will draw a TO from head coach Johnny.
He doesn't turn the ball over, and he still gets his 20 points.
And a local product, the senior out of Ocoee High School here in Orlando. Only a 2-star recruit out of Ocoee, and yet he averaged 29 a game.
Yeah, he played.
How does that happen, Mike?
He played for the Q6 All-Stars in AAU for Willie Anderson.
Green, his first shot hits the heel of the rim. How do so many scouts miss on a product like that?
Well, I think it's a combination of, he didn't play in any really big AAU tournaments, and on top of that,
put back, by Jasper.
He doesn't have a flashy game. If you look at his game, he's not dunking on anyone. He's not completely crossing players over. His fundamentals and his ball skills are some of the best in college hoops.
Ingram free throw line. And how about the Cougars? 7 of 8 start from the field.
Well, a good sign for UCF in the free throw line. They have been shooting under 60% as a team from the free throw line. They are one of the worst free throw shooters in college basketball this season.
Yeah, that's a major difference when you compare these two teams, because College of Charleston is at 77% 39th in the nation. And that foul will go on Collin, the freshman on the court. And Collin Smith returns. Diggs departs along with Green. Richard. Jump pass, Miller for three. NBA range. Battle for the rebound and controlled by Fuller. There's a talented freshman, 6'5". DeJesus gets the edge, hangs, banks it up, no good. Smith on the glass. His putback won't drop. And that tipped in. UCF needs all the help they can get to get one to drop.
Well, that's been UCF's most consistent offense, is the offensive rebounding for the Knights was such a worry part of the game for Coach Grant and Charleston. They did not want to see any second chance opportunities given up to UCF.
And the Knights with numerous shots that just rimmed out. That one straight in. Nice turnaround, Jay, by McManus. Jalen, a senior out of Charlotte, had 12 points, 9 rebounds on Tuesday night in the victory at Marshall. Beautiful ball fake by Smith. Takes it to the rim again. That one rattles out and out of bounds to the Cougars.
I tell you what, though, for a shot that goes up, Frank Burtz, Collin Smith, Dre Fuller, they're crashing the glass. And they're almost getting to the rim untouched. And that cannot happen if you're Charleston.
So Reddish running the point guard. Trevon, just a freshman out of Carrollton, Georgia. Richard, jump stop, hangs, shoots it up. No. Weak side rebound by Fuller. Outlet to Jesus. Transition. Milan to the rim. Scoops it up. No. Tip try. No. And again, UCF struggling to get one to drop. Nice take, though, by Matt. Want to see him aggressive offensively.
I think Matt Milan is mentally just not where he was the last few years at William and Mary. He's still trying to figure out how to play inside of this brand new offense for UCF.
And there's a steal by Milan. DeJesus spins around a Smith screen. Collin, mid-post. Skip past Burtz for three. Yes.
Well, we talk a lot about Collin Smith's ability to attack the rim, but he averages 2 assists a game at 6'11". And he's a good playmaker in conjunction with being a great athlete around the rim.
UCF in a zone. Riller still on the bench. Reddish directing traffic from the high point. Richard. The zone has slowed them down. They get a 4-shot from Reddish out of it. DeJesus accelerating up the court. Bounce pass. Fuller, he lays it in.
And what happened in these last 2 minutes is you've got a new lineup for UCF. There's more energy. Grant Riller's on the bench. That is your time to strike now for UCF and for Charleston.
From Reddish.
It's good offense, though, for Charleston. That's the shot you want.
DeJesus loses his dribble. UCF on a 7-2 run since Riller went to the bench. DeJesus now will reset. Cesar patient to his left. Milan with under 10 on the shot clock. Now with 5. They got to go. DeJesus with 4. 3. Trapped in the corner. And a turnover at the opportune times. Riller will be off the ball at the moment with Zep Jasper at the point.
That was a great period of rest for Riller. You know, the wheels didn't completely come off, even though UCF went on a little run. That three-minute stretch for Riller is everything for a guy who has a huge usage rate and plays a ton of minutes.
UCF hounding the perimeter now. Riller gets a defender in the air, leads in, leaves it short, but draws a late whistle foul. It's Memphis. Returning to his hometown. UCF able to beat the pressure. Ingram. Ball secure in his hands, the transfer out of Alabama.
Now Charleston in his zone.
UCF adjusting to that. DeJesus jump stop in the lane. The floater is in.
Well, we've seen DeJesus make those kind of plays. Those plays where you kind of lean back in your seat, you say, whoa, that's a big-time move. You'd like to see more of that attacking the teeth of the defense from DeJesus.
Bounce pass underneath, and that is a 3-second violation.
So quick, that 1-2 little bounce, and I think people forget, he's got great quickness, but he's got great vertical leap as well, and he can really elevate over guards his size.
Another guy that plays with great tempo. In the post, Fuller. Fuller, difficult shot, nearly hit it. Cougars able to secure the rebound. Ahead they run. Into the hoop and scoring in transition is McManus.
How about the presence of mind by Galloway, that quick little touch pass to McManus. That was smooth.
Collin Smith, 4-inch height advantage. Spinning right, leans in. And
Collin Smith, he's going to have that every single time down the floor. I would expect Charleston to maybe reconsider just singling up Collin Smith in the post.
Smith averaging 13 a game, shooting 59% from the floor. McManus, mid-range jumper is right through. Pretty smooth release for Jalen.
McManus is having a really great game. Also a great season, too. That's 3 straight games of scoring in double figures. He's been really good for Charleston.
And Smith able to draw the minutes off of the bench. Mahan on the floor with Green. Here's Green, the freshman.
Interesting to see if Darren Green gets any open shots because the scatter report is out. He's the 4th best three-point shooter in the American Conference right now. Through just a few games into the season. He won't get many open looks.
Smith, difficult fadeaway. Good defense, solid defense by Charleston. You get him back to Darren Green. The game he had 13 points against Illinois State. Also scored 13 against the Canes.
Well, I think the most important thing for Coach Dawkins is 2 things as well. Yeah, he's making shots, but he's not turning the ball over, and he's not a liability on defense either. A lot of times freshmen, you can only play them sparingly because they don't know how to guard. Darren Green can play team defense.
Jasper straight on 3, hits the heel of the rim.
Pass.
Run out, and the dunk for Mahan.
How about the pass ahead by Burtz?
Burtz almost gets another one, unable to save to the frustration of Frank.
Lineup. This is a big zone lineup you're seeing. Mahan is over 6'4". Dazon Ingram 6'5". Avery Diggs is 6'11". Collin Smith is 6'11". This is a huge lineup for UCF.
Riller, followed by Green at the moment. Good pickup underneath. Great find. Excellent passing. Unable to finish there was Miller. He wanted basket interference.
You are exactly right. Great passing. That is a play that Miller must finish. That's why they miss Gerald Brantley so much.
Ingram. Here's Mahan. In the post they go to Smith. To his left, muscling it up and in. Count the basket and a foul. UCF now perfect at the free throw line. 6 out of 6. Cougars started out 20-7 since then. In the paint, hanging. That pass deflected out of bounds. Good hands by Mahan. Going back to the defensive end, Mike, why do you think
UCF is making a bunch of threes? They can leave the shooters open right now. And right now, there's really only one 3-point shooter on the floor for UCF, and that's Darren Green Jr. Now is the time to double.
Rejected by Diggs. In transition, Mahan, NBA range. I don't know if he knew how far he was when he pulled up.
I think Coach Dawkins knows how far he was, and that might be on the film session tomorrow.
Riller hanging with the left hand.
Come on, man.
Riller now with 10 points, leading all scorers. Burtz will check back for Coach Dawkins in a minute. Smith, he'll take that little jumper and nail it.
He can make that. His jump shooting form is a little bit unorthodox. It's a little awkward, but he is one of the more consistent perimeter shooters on this UCF team.
Knights within 5. They trail by 13. Riller behind the back with a dribble. Near steal by Green. Riller gets it back, now has the advantage. That pass off of the knee of McManus and out of bounds.
Well, we haven't seen his entire package yet for a season, only because that he played behind Taco Fall last year. Yeah. And when you're playing behind maybe the best post player on both ends of the floor in the country, your touches, your minutes, they're going to diminish. I mean, he is the focal point of the offense for UCF this season.
Ingram waiting for Doumbia to flash, uses a Smith screen instead. Green being harassed on the perimeter. Excellent three-point shooter. Good find by Burks. Excellent ball rotation. Ingram, yes, and one. He eclipsed the 1,000-point mark in the game against the University of Miami. UCF back to a man-to-man defense with Ritter on the bench, and Grant now strolling to the scorer's table to check back in. Galloway, who has 3 triples. Reddish, jump pass behind, and that's a charge on Reddish. All IQ, doesn't he? Smith under pressure says, I got this. And the 6'11 center will carry it up over the timeline himself.
This is a mismatch nightmare for Charles. Okay, they were able to switch. Finally, Epps and Miller were able to switch.
In the corner, Doumbia 4-3, and air ball. Burks is there to collect. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ingram with 4. Forces it up, hits the front rim, and Ritter able to seize the rebound. Grant grimacing in the backcourt. I don't know if he was bumped. Looks to be okay. To his left. Beautiful bounce pass. Rejected by Smith. Outlet pass Burks. Burks across the lane. His pass picked off. And now Charleston back the other way.
And Frank Burks tried to get way too cute with the ball. You need to come down that with 2 hands. Even if you're out of control, you don't want to force anything. I mean, possessions are a gift right now because Charleston's playing really well.
Ritter changes paces so nicely. Unable to finish underneath. Off the nice feed was Epps.
That's the problem with this Charleston team. That's the 5th really good pass by Riller that's been unable to be converted by one of his teammates.
Ingram was tripped up. They play on. Smith bumped on the catch. There's the double. Beautiful pass. And Doumbia lays it in.
How about that pass? All right.
Beautiful.
You're trapped. You're 6'11". You're trapped in the deep corner. And you make a pass like that. High IQ, Ari.
Doumbia with his 2nd bucket of the season. Doumbia gives him a lot of energy at 7 rebounds in 9 minutes against UM.
He's been in and out of the starting lineup. He's really trying to find his place. There's another charge.
There's another charge taken by Collin.
Get jumped over.
And Smith again will take it up across the timeline. Dre Fuller back on the court for Coach Dawkins. Burks on the wing. Entry feed. Ingram in the post is doubled. Fuller 4-3. Bam!
Well, that's actually a great design play by Coach Dawkins. Dazon Ingram had the mismatch. They put him in the post as the point guard. He drew a double team, kick out to the freshman, Dre Fuller, knocks down the tray ball.
10-0 UCF run. Dre Fuller with his first 2 hoops as a night. Riller from the right elbow, that's it.
This is shades of C.J. McCollum. That's his player comp. Under control.
I like it.
Stop, go, smooth pull up. Man, the kid is tough.
Really good. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. UCF looks to tie it here with a deuce and take the lead with a train. 8 seconds.
Oh, we got
Fuller.
him.
Great move and draws the reach in. A little hesitation. Richard will inbound. Pressure. Ritter gliding in with 1. Does not get the shot off. Stolen by Green on the trail.
That's the 3rd time the freshman did to be highly effective for UCF, but they don't start. Actually, yes, they do start in that 2-3 extended zone.
And for the Knights, free throw shooting a concern coming in, just 59%. They shoot 8 of 9 from the foul line. Wide open 15-footer, a brick. That's the look that they want against the zone. Can't get a better look than that.
Against any zone. If you can get the ball at the free throw line, you've won 90% of the battle.
Man-to-man deep. Jasper, a solid defender. Backdoor Burt's scores, and UCF has the lead by 1.
You know, there's a lot of Joel Embiid in Collin Smith's game because of his ability to pass and kind of see above the defense. I mean, that was a gorgeous pass by Collin Smith.
Beautiful find by Collin, giving UCF their first lead of the day. Smith jumps out at McManus this time. Riller splits 2 defenders. Good dig by DeJesus to slow him down. Three-pointer from distance. Nearly hit it was Galloway, as he has 3 triples already. And a turnover by UCF as they stepped out of bounds.
Proud of it. And that's what Riller's been able to do.
Jasper handling the point guard position. One of the top defenders on this team. Good ball movement on the perimeter as they try to find a solution against this zone. That ball a little bit low for O.C. Smart to handle.
Frustration on Grant Riller's face after that pass, because those are plays that the Cougars normally make. You need to know that a pass is coming if Grant Riller is driving.
Hand off to DeJesus. Pick and roll with Smith. Beautifully done. Executed to perfection by the Knights.
Well, if you can orchestrate a pick and roll while Grant Riller's on the weak side, he doesn't want to contest a shot around the rim against a forward because he doesn't want to foul.
Riller drifting left. Difficult shot. Ingram elevates for the rebound. Here comes Dazon leading the attack. To Birch for 3. High archer, too strong. Rebound batted out of bounds. Interesting that Dre Fuller got this start.
You're losing to a team that on paper you shouldn't lose to. You're looking for energy first. You're not necessarily looking for points. And Dre Fuller gave energy off the bench, and that's why you get to start.
Riller spinning, runs into Smith. In the corner, good recovery defensively by UCF, forcing a tough shot. And Collin Smith retrieves the rebound.
A textbook closeout from Dazon Ingram.
Fuller. Smith from 15. One-handed rebound pulled by McManus.
It was actually a bad pass from Dre Fuller. Collin Smith bailed him out with those go-go gadget arms of his.
Look at the hesitation and the dump off for the dunk by Smart. Gifted play, the facilitator, Grant Riller. Mike Riller showing the skills that he can transition, play point guard to the next level.
Well, he's just a fundamentally sound elite scorer, and that doesn't always happen. You don't find guys that are just big-time scorers, but then can also fundamentally make the right play around the rim. He doesn't force anything.
No.
He takes what the defense gives him.
8-point for Dre Fuller now. The lean-in jumper would drop. Second chance effort put down by Brevin Galloway. Brevin, who averages over 11 a game, 6'2", 215-pound backcourt player. DeJesus for 3. Good.
It's a great kick out as well. You're seeing Charleston be ultra consumed with plays around the rim. But the three-point shot will be open.
5 points now for Cesar off of the bench. Jasper works against the UCF zone, which has been a difference maker. Skip pass. Galloway. Checked by Fuller. 5 seconds to shoot. Jasper shovel pass, a little hot to handle, and that results in a turnover.
You might look at that play.
Bench play for Johnny Dawkins. They have outscored the Cougars 22-4 from the bench. DeJesus works against the quick Zep Jasper. Smith high post looking for Fuller backdoor. Collin with those big strides, able to keep the handle, count it, and a foul. 14 points for his head coach Johnny Dawkins, who has his jersey retired. It was retired by Duke back in 1996, number 24. Here's Riller off the pick and roll, leans in, draws contact, counted and a foul. That is efficient
in the pick and roll.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, having witnessed him here today. Collin Smith has picked up his second personal. Riller, about the only thing he hasn't done superbly here today. His shoot free throws. He's actually missed 2 of them. Came in at 88%. DeJesus looking to swing the ball. His little pull-up from 17 is shy, and there's Riller doing it on the defensive glass as well.
With a look of much dismay from Coach Dawkins.
Look at that crossover. Whips a pass for Miller. Underneath, nice little reverse by Miller. His first bucket.
Coach Grant told me last night the X factor for this team is Sam Miller. He is the guy, because of his strength and touch around the rim, could be a difference maker because of how much attention Grant Riller receives.
There's Miller with a rebound. It was Miller time in the performance against Marshall on Tuesday, where he scored 13.6 of 7 from the field. Wide open, Galloway. Miller battling for the rebound, deflected, picked up by Jasper. Finds Riller as 2 men jump at him. And a reach-in foul called on Dre Fuller. Richard, open corner 3, shot it too strong. Fuller, outlet pass. Smith is there to retrieve it and draws the foul. You talked about his speed. How? Collin puts the Knights up by 4. Grant Riller from Ocoee High School in the Orlando area. Uses that high pick. Changes speed so easily.
You got to shoot that if you're reps the first time. That's a good play, but you got to take those open looks when you get them around the rim.
Just a freshman, D'Angelo. Coach Grant very high on him. Says plays with a lot of spirit and grit. Here's Green, another talented freshman. Ingram to the hoop, in the corner, open 3 to Jesus. Rims out and Miller secures the rebound. Here comes Riller in transition. To the rim and draws the foul. Tell him he shoots 88%. He's rarely going to miss.
It's only weird if it doesn't work, Ari.
DeJesus checked by Richard. Smith calling forward in the post, receives it against Miller. Green for 3. Good looking release. Richard surveys as he comes across. Riller. Skip past Galloway. Galloway.
Miller can shoot that.
And Miller drains it right on Mike O'Donnell's call.
Reach your heart out, Tony Romo. Miller is gifted enough to where he can catch and shoot with space, that 3. That's why, again, go back to the fact Miller could be that X factor, especially in that pick and roll with Grant Riller.
A transfer out of Dayton. Has 5 points here this afternoon. Averages 8 points, 8 rebounds per contest. Ingram, a little ISO, a little jab step. Now takes the shot short. Quick outlet, good catch there in traffic by Epps.
I think Dazon Ingram's been way too quiet this game. I don't think he's been in attack mode nearly as enough.
Riller finally misses one. Good defense by DeJesus. Ingram.
Pretty pass.
Milan for 3. Yes, that's a big one for Matt.
Is this the game that gets Matt Milan out of his rut? And you told me, what's the story from last season? Because at William & Mary, same conference as College of Charleston. How much did he have against Charleston last season?
Yeah, Milan lit it up against the Cougars with 27. That was dark. So UCF has done a nice job running out at him on the perimeter.
You're a tough critic, Ari, man. Kid's got 18 points. There's 11:30 left in the game.
Hanging. There's a late whistle comes in. Looks like a
NCAA tournament, and this is a team that you just do not want to see, especially if they're a 14, 15 seed. You don't want to see Grant Riller in the first round of the tournament.
Riller can light you up for 30, 40 points and win a game, at least a game. That fadeaway, well defended by UCF there, as they have made it difficult here in the second half for Grant. DeJesus lost his footing, able to keep it in play though. Collin has a triple in this one. Smith through the lane, draws contact, and the foul on Miller.
It's orchestrating the offense and finding a rhythm offensively. And to me, that player, that has to be Cesar DeJesus.
DeJesus checking. Zep Jasper. Here's Riller. Mahan returns to the lineup for Coach Dawkins. Riller Thought about the long-distance three. Maneuvers in the paint, opens up a shot for Richard. His pull-up, Jay, is strong. And Mahan able to box out for the weak side rebound. Smith has dribbled it up the court numerous times here, the 6'11" center. UCF looking to grab the lead here. 7:40 to play. Smith puts his shoulder down and scores. Miller wanted a charge.
Collin Smith, rim, collision course. I mean, just right now, unstoppable.
Knights by 2. Riller with his team trailing by 2. Riller holding. Glides to his right. Three-pointer is good. Big bucket by Zep Jasper.
The big bucket, you said it. They call him the Honey Badger because he is relentless on ball defending, but hasn't shot the ball great from 3 this season. Only 25%, comes up with a huge bucket for Charleston.
And there's a forearm foul on Miller. And Miller, also a personal foul, I believe, goes against Miller as well.
A little surprised with just under 7 here that Collin Smith is still in the ball game with those fouls.
DeJesus hedged on the perimeter. Tough pass to handle, and a tie up here with strength. O.C. Smart, older brother Ike, played hoops at Buffalo and Wake Forest. This kid was captain of his team at not only basketball in high school, but soccer. Only been playing hoops for 6 years.
It's one of the best sports to play if you're a basketball player. All about feet control and balance.
Riller looking for a seam. Able to get it out to Galloway. Beautiful underneath for the dunk for Smart. I don't know how Galloway found O.C. open in the lane.
How about that pass from Galloway? You said it already. That was, I don't know how we saw him. That was big time.
3-point Cougar lead. Ingram. Will he facilitate here? He's asking for a high pick. Mahan comes out. Ingram draws a foul. He plays at such an inch with his 10th, and that draws the Knights back to within 1.
If I'm UCF, I'm thinking, where is Grant Riller at all times? And you're in a zone right now. That means the players on the side of Riller must know where he's at. They missed him.
Yeah, they lost him momentarily into the corner. Burt's with a smile on his face. He knows.
Too lazy on the swing pass by the Cougars.
Jasper with 5 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Jasper leans in. Difficult shot put through by Zep.
Honey Badger don't care. He doesn't care the shot clock's going down. Zep Jasper.
7 points now. Right on his average. Ingram lost the ball. And maybe a bailout there. Ingram, 3 of his last 4 for the free throw line. 2-point Charleston advantage. Zep Jasper. 2 big buckets here for the Cougars in the second half. Riller, ball fake. Alley-oop just over the outstretched arm of Smart as they tried
a drive, little oop, and this is the really first time that Grant Riller has thrown a poor pass in the league that gets dunked. Smart wasn't quite ready for that.
Yeah, you called it, Mike. First turnover of the day for Riller. Mahan drives, hangs, difficult shot, follows his miss. May have gotten fouled. They play on. And out of bounds to the Cougars.
2 minutes of regulation and overtime, but too much time on the clock, and you can't review that call.
There's the look. Mahan goes up this time. That was all ball by Riller, but UCF claims it was last touch by Grant. Riller over Smith. Oh, Riller the thriller. Nice bounce pass from Smith. Burks is fouled on his reverse layup attempt.
His first game, he had 20 points and just kept playing consistently well over the course of time. And that team, that Charleston team from 2 years ago, Joe Cheeley, is going to steal.
Turnover.
Fuller.
Green flying in. He dunks it. And we are tied here at UCF.
The back Riller, his second of the game.
He looks a little bit fatigued coming out of the huddle. A little shake and bake into the corner. Galloway. Back to Riller with 12 to shoot. Guarded by Fuller. Riller with 8, with 7. Galloway out of the corner, yes!
Just all eyes on Riller. A quick little snap pass. Huge three.
Galloway with 14. 4 threes for Galloway. Collin Smith in the post. Underneath, Green. Had it rejected by Riller, but got hit from
in pick and roll coverage with Grant Riller. I want him to make a decision. Do I foul or do I give Riller a jump shot?
Well, Darren Green has hit his first 2 free throws as a night, averaging 11 a game. He's drawn UCF to within 1. Smart. McManus. ISO against Smith. Difficult shot. That's not what the Cougars wanted.
I don't like that at all. I would just think pick and roll all day with the best pick and roll player in college basketball. I am not a fan of that action at all.
Under 2 minutes to play. UCF looking to take the lead. Smith backing down against Smart. Turns to face. Loses the ball to OC.
Good hands by Smart. You see that? Wow.
Crucial turnover there, and Charleston the 1-point lead in the ball. Riller. Ball in his hands now. Riller gets the defender in the air. Excellent defense by Burtz. Loose ball picked up by Green. Minute 20 to play.
This is the time for the Knights to where you slow it down, run your action, and be patient. I think that's a really smart timeout by Coach, true freshman.
And you've got Mahan on the bench, who had 17 at Illinois State. So Ingram holding. Minute 10 to play. The Cougars have switched to a zone. Green for 3. Burtz the rebound. They reset it to 20 seconds.
I like that shot. That's an open rhythm shot for one of the best three-point shooters in the American Conference.
Smith quickly doubled, hits
Good
a cutting.
pass.
Ingram draws the contact. Dazon so adept. It gets
to be a little bit more token pressure. Yeah, so you're not seeing really intense. You're just trying to slow Charleston down and make them second guess. And their offense sets up at 20 seconds on the shot clock.
A job well executed by the Knights. Galloway and the ball in Riller's hands. Gives it up to Miller with just 10 seconds. Backdoor pass. Again, Riller, I think, upset with himself.
Is that the play you want? A really tough backdoor pass when you got Riller on the right wing? I don't get it.
So Ingram will take it into the front court where he will call timeout right in front of Coach Dawkins. They come into Ingram. Dazon holding, waiting for someone to flash. Still holding with 18. They get it to Smith with the ISO. Collin isolation. Through the lane, tripped up, and there is the whistle. Jasper with 11 seconds. Ritter. Let's see if Coach Grant will call timeout. He's letting them play. 6, 5, 4, 3. Ritter with 2, with 1. No good.